friend once told me life is just like a race, each 10 laps equaling 1 year of life. Sometimes you're winning, sometimes you're losing. But your main goal is to pass the finish line and prepare for the next race. We live by this analogy, but we didn't account for the common aspect of racing, the crash. The date was July 25th, 2009. I was a youngin' working at a skating rink, putting all my money into my brand new graduation present, a 2004 Ford Mustang. At the same time, my buddy Jamal was riding around town in his beautiful hand-me-down 1998 Cobra. Boy, was that car beautiful. At this time, I was preparing myself to head down to Charlotte and attend Johnson C. Smith University, Charlotte's premier, well, you know the rest. And Jamal was preparing himself to enlist into the United States Air Force. With our earlier philosophy of life being the same as a race, we decided to put two and two together and put our lives on the line for a race. My basic mounted Mustang up against his overly powered Cobra, putting out 200 horses at 4,000 revs, along with 225 pounds of torque, I was obviously writing a check my ass couldn't cash. As we approached our spot for the race, the road was long, narrow, and straight. Some good old American country fun. As our two muscle cars went into high gear and neared the finish line, it happened. Jamal and his pretty red Cobra went flying into an oak tree. As I whipped my Sting around to make sure he was alive, he used his soon-to-be military skills and elbow crawled out of the tortured convertible. With tears rolling down my eyes, he looked at me and told me to leave. He said if I didn't, we'd never live our dreams. We'd be in jail. Leaving Jamal in pain on that ground was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Come to find out, it was only his femur that was broken. The funny thing is, till this day, he still doesn't believe in a higher power. But I know it was God that was with us that night, because Jamal was clearly not supposed to make it out of that car alive. Much later, he made a full recovery and was finally able to achieve his goal of the Air Force, and I was slaving away in classrooms at Smith. This fool even had the nerve to go and buy another much more powerful Cobra. Some people never learn. My friend, no, my brother, Jamal, and his courage and strength to wait on that ground paved the way for me to live my dreams. And for that, I am forever indebted to him.